Okay, welcome to Happy Hips. So today, in a moment, I'm going to put a little bit of music on in the background. We're going to start us off with a little bit of a standing balance, which we are going to be opening the hips for. Okay, I'm then going to be working on the chair for a little bit of ballet-esque kind of work. Just again, everything is hip-based. So we're going to work on warming the hips up, we're going to work on movement, range of motion. When we go down onto the floor, we're going to work into more of a stretch element. But then I've got a little bit of Pilates type toning work to do on the ground as well. So I've got a lot to pack in. Alright, but as always, if there's anything that we get to that you don't feel comfortable with today, for any reason, leave it out. You know, because these are lots of quick little bits. Things that you maybe haven't done before or for a while, all right, but again, listen to your body. You know what your limits are and you know what you should be doing. Okay, so standing up nice and tall, bring the shoulders open and back, engage the core, and I'm going to bring the knee up, I'm going to draw it open. Bring it in, and then we're going to send it back behind. Bring the knee in, and open it. Bring it to the middle, and then bring it back down. So nice and slowly to begin with. Knee up, open, knee coming back in. Take it back into a little balance. Draw it back in. Knee open. Knee back in and release it back down. Alright, with a little bit of speed. We're going to take it up, open, in, send it back. Knee, open, in, take it down. Up, open, take it back behind you. Take it in, open, in and take it back. Do it again. Up, open, in and send it back, in, open, and place it down. And again, knee, open, in and take it back, knee up, open, back down. Keep that core locked on. In, open, in and send it back, in, open, and take it down. And again, up, open, and send it back. Bring the knee in, open. Alright, one more set. Up, open, and send it back. Knee, open, and take it down. Take it up, open with the hip, and send it back. Knee, open, and take it down. Alright, now holding on to something maybe you might not need it. I'm going to turn my feet open and bend the knees. Now I'm going to be working into a flat foot tendu. So I'm basically going to set my foot slightly in front and then I'm going to send it back. Alright, so it's as if you've got flippers on. In front, behind. In front, behind. And again, so place the foot in, place the foot back. And again, you're also going to feel the standing leg working. And pull. And again, in front, behind. So move it round. So you're working into a little semicircle around the standing leg. In front, back. Alright, two more. Alright, stand it up nice and tall. Now straighten up the standing leg. And we're going to take the leg to the side. Press. Now opening up the hip, you've got that lateral movement. Okay, then we're going to bring the leg across the body. So we're going to go across, out. back. Alright, so nice and slow. We've got feet flat on the floor today, so you can feel the ground. And try not to lean forwards with this. So really think about the back line being a lovely straight line. And then draw it up. Rolling the knees back. And drawing it up. Good, 2 more. And drawing it up. 1 more. And up. Okay, now I'm going to use the leg that we've just been using and place it down for flying pigeon. So I'm placing my foot halfway down my thigh. If you have something you can lean on, this is quite nice because you can hold on and you can send your hips back. So you really sit your back down. Alright, it's the same leg that we were just using. Alright, so it's getting a nice little stretch out. If you can from here, drop your head down through your arms. Really cinch your body way, way back. Flex out the foot that you've got on your leg. Alright, draw your body up. And we've got it all to go on the other side. Alright, so standing up nice and tall. Bring your heels together and bend your knees a little. Alright, the outside leg comes in front, behind. So we've got flat feet and we're working little semicircles round. So you can feel that in your hip joint. Okay, moving it round. The other one you're probably feeling too. Remember, we've got all that lovely stretch to come down on the floor in a moment. And back. In and back, in front. That's it. Bend both knees. Alright, need both knees bent on this. I know in a usual tom-do you would have your legs straight, but on this one, we want to semicircle round. Pull and back. Press and round. And again. Good. And again. 2 more. 1 more set and back. Alright, drawing the legs up together. Okay, straighten up the leg that's nearest, okay, that you're not using. Okay, now leg out to the side. So we're going to press it away. Lift. Extend. And press. Try and keep your upper body nice and still. Point the toes. Extend that leg. Think about opening up that hip. Think about pushing that leg away from the body. And then we're going to add on the inner thigh. We're going to take it away, across, away, across. Push it out, and in, press. And again, push, and in, press. And again, away, and across. Good again, push, and in. Keep the upper body nice and still. And press. Alright, get ready for your knee circles. Knee circle and back. So opening up, you're going a little bit further back. Try not to move the whole of your body. We're looking to just really affect the hip and fall down. We've just got to keep the rest of the body really stable. We're going to take that leg to a circle and round, up and round, circle and back. Harder standing up, hey? When we're lying on the floor, we don't think about this, do we? Press. We do this hundreds of times. And again. Push. And back. And again. Lift. Alright, 2 more. And relax. Good. Alright, now just going straight into that stretch this time. So flex your foot onto your thigh. Okay, turn in towards your chair if you've got something to press onto. Alright, just means that you can arch back the spine, you can hang your arms over the top, and then you can drop your head down, which gives you that lovely deep stretch, and it gives you a little bit more stability. You're holding on to something, pushing your hips away from you. I mean, it's a great position to do anyway. start with a little bend from one side to the other. Now again, when we do this, it's going to be up to you how far you take it. Okay, I'm upright at the moment. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's fine. Okay, so we're going to go a little bit further and then a little bit further. But if you don't want to do this one, do the other one that's a little bit higher. Press and down. Now with this one, I want you to sit your hips back. Move your upper body forwards. It's okay to come forwards with the upper body with this one. Down. Alright, if you can go a little deeper, walk it round to the floor. Down. And back. Remember, you're playing to your strengths tonight. We don't need to be a hero about any of this. And rest. Some people have got brilliant ranges and been doing this all of their life. Alright? If you want to go deeper, we take the hands away, we come down. Press. Ooh, I'm going to feel special. I've already done this today, so I'm going to feel very special tomorrow. Alright, now, I'm going to get you in a moment to stay over on the right leg. Now we're going to turn the body, and we're coming into the hip flexor stretch. Alright, if you don't want to put your knee down, actually, you can stay here, okay? Just stay on your toes. If you're okay to put your knee down, let it go. Alright, if you're okay to come back, load into the hip flexor, maybe raise your arms up. Alright, but don't force it. If you don't want to go this far today, you don't have to. Bring both of your hands down. Draw your front foot open and coming into the lizard. So you can do lizard with your back knee lifted. Alright, that would be okay. All I've done is turn my front foot open to a 45-degree angle. Okay, and then from here, ease the body down on the inside of your leg. If you did want to go further, you can work your foot onto its edge. Take your right hand beneath your right leg and then lower your throat towards your big toe. Alright, then gently start to bring yourself back up. Put your hands either side of your foot. Alright, curling the toes. We're coming back out into a downward dog. Now just sending your hips backwards, spreading your fingers out wide, and now take your right leg to the ceiling. So pressing the leg up high, bend the knee, point the toe back, and again do that stretch, coming through the hip flexor. Down in towards your right wrist and slide down into your pigeon posture. So I've got my right leg going across my mat, okay, and then I'm going to square off my hips towards the short end of the mat, okay. Now if you want to go deeper on this today, lean back, wriggle your foot up, so that as you look down on it, it's horizontal across you. Then come back over, you may need to toe back in your back leg. Alright, then go over your thigh. Maybe just plant your fingertips down to the ground and then go down over your thigh. So again, like I say, this is going to be up to you how deep you go. so I'm going to deepen it even more this time. So you can go lower, you can stay, or if you feel you can, we're going to come down into a deep yoga squat. And we're going to work from side to side. Alright, so if this is something that feels good to you, you can do it. Alright, if it doesn't feel good to you, it's too low, it's not good on your knees today, do the other version. Now here's another version. I'm going to take the knee down, I'm going to bring it up. Take the knee down and bring it up, okay? You can put your hands on the floor, okay? If you need to, alright? So I'm going to drop it down and back. And again, drop and back. And again, drop and back. And again, drop and back. Last one coming up. I know, don't worry if it's not your thing. Okay, so I'm going to bring it round to the other side. So we have the left leg pressing away. You can stay up on your toes if you prefer, or you can drop your knee down upon the ground. And then again, if it feels good to do so, raising both of your arms. Alright, but like I say, if you don't want to put the knee down, stay on the toes, that will be okay. Alright, now coming down on the inside of your leg, we're going to come in for your second time with your lizard. So we're turning over the front foot, hands on the inside. Alright, and then again, just gently bend the elbows, lower the body down. You can stay with this one today, or you can do the deeper version with the foot on its edge and the hand underneath. Alright, then again from there, lowering your body all the way down. can, just enjoy where you've been able to get yourself to today. Gently bring yourself back on up, and let's draw around to a seated position. So now, working up into your double pigeon. So I'm going to draw across your right leg, your left leg in, and your right leg's going to go on top. Okay, now when we place it on top, the heel goes to the front part of your knee, the inside part is facing up. Now what you might find is your knee might be right up here, okay? If it is, don't panic, there's nothing wrong with you, okay? Just hips are just a little bit tight. So what we're going to work into is our foot to go underneath the leg instead. Alright, see if you want to, that's where it goes. Otherwise, you're on top and you're moving your hips backwards so that when you look down, you can see a triangle of mat. Flex out both of your feet. Okay, so you've got your legs stacked up. Again, fingertips to the floor, and then move forwards over your legs if you want to, okay? Like I say, if you get to that stage and you think, I'm not having a good time anymore, then I want you to slide that foot underneath and go to a normal cross-legged position. Right, otherwise, hang out, maybe draw your arms forwards. Don't panic, if the knees are really high, then take the foot underneath instead today. These are sort of stretches that are going into the ligaments, okay, the ligaments and the white tissue, the tendons. That's where it feels a little unusual, okay? So you have this kind of white heat burning up into that white tissue. But honestly, done regularly, it does get easier. If you want to reach it forwards, then do it. Okay, walking on back for me. Okay, now just going to pop you over onto your side. Now this should feel good. After those deep stretches, I've just got a couple more stretches to go. Just lay out onto your side, prop your head up. Okay, straighten your legs away, bring them slightly forwards. Okay, now I've got three things that are going to happen here. We're going to take the knee down and push it away. We're going to take it down, up, and then we're going to point the toe and circle. Alright, now I want you to be generous with your movements, okay? So knee down, scoop it open, press it away. And then take that leg down and up, down, and then circle. Make nice big circles with that leg. Alright, let's draw that knee down to the floor, scoop it in, open at the hip, press it away. Turn the foot, then lower and lift. Lower and circle. 1 and 2. Alright, knees, scoop it down to the floor, open at the hip, push it away. Turn the foot, lower down and up. Down and circle. Nice big generous circle. you did want to just warm your hips up, you know, this will be quite a simple little thing to do. It definitely feels different when you're going into a cold. Okay, legs slightly forwards. And then knee down to the floor, open, kick it away, turn the foot, take that leg down, up, take it down, and then circle 1 and 2. Alright, scoot that knee down to the floor, open it, kick it away, turn the foot, take it down, and up, and again down, and then circle. Nice big generous circles. Alright, knee down to the floor, scoop it in, open, press it away, turn the foot, take it down, and up, down, and circle. Move that big circle around. Alright, come down to the floor, scoop it in, open, kick it away, turn the foot, down, and up, down and circle, move it round. I think we have one more. Down to the floor, open, extend, turn the foot, take it down, and up, down, and circle, big generous circles. Alright, sit yourself back up, take the soles of your feet together. So I'm hoping now those knees are going a little bit low to the floor. Give them a little bit of a bounce, work the butterfly. Alright, now if you don't want to go any further than the butterfly today, just keep butterflying, that's fine. Alright, if you think you would like to come in a little bit deeper, start to press forwards from the center of your chest. Maybe use the elbows to encourage the knees down a bit more. Maybe move a little bit further. And maybe draw your chin towards the floor. Alright, slowly bring yourself up. And let's just straighten out the legs into box splits. How is that for you today? Alright, drawing it back. Now again, remember you don't have to go very far. Alright, sitting yourself up or leaning back a little bit. Be kind to yourself. If you need to be back a little bit, that's fine. Alright? If you can come up on top of your sit bones today, because this is to do with your lower back now. Alright, then we can, if you want to, come forwards to your straddle split. Alright? So keep working those heels back, you know? So maybe they're in alignment with your body, I don't know. Okay? And then if you can, ease it down. Alright, reaching out for your toes. Nearly every single speciality class that I do. So taking the right leg over the left, we can tuck this leg in underneath, and I hope today you have got both of your sit bones fully grounded, sat down on the floor, okay, which is where they should be. And then we're drawing across your left arm towards your right knee, hug the knee in. Now I've been talking a lot about this already today in another class, but try and prioritize the height of your seated position. So yes, you could go half prayer, yes, you could go into a bind, but if you do so, do you lose something? Alright, if you lose something, go back and try and get that twist in more. So looking right up over your shoulder. hoping you can just sit up nice and tall, legs just really nice and loose, okay? Let's bring the arms forward, stretch it round the back, tap the head in, breathing in, coming up nice and tall, breathing out, opening it back. Let's wrap the arms forward, tap the head in, breathing in to come on up, breathing out, opening it back. One more time. Breathing in, use your abdominals to pull you up. Breathing out. Give it a little shake off. And I'm going to leave you there today, alright? I'm hoping this feels like you're sitting down lower.